Hello everyone, my name is Jody Hendershot and I'm a Seint beauty artist for those of you that don't know me. And today I'm going to show you how to do a basic face using my Seint Compact and just doing what we call highlight and contour. So our makeup is all cream based and I'm going to start out with putting on, this is a lip conditioner. This one's vanilla, it comes in cherry or peppermint. And it's amazing. I always like to apply it first so it can really soak in and moisturize my lips before I put on any lipstick. So with our makeup, everything is matched to your skin tone. So on our website, there is a spot that you can go and you can pick out a collection that you feel matches your skin tone the best. But what I highly recommend is that you reach out to me for a personal color match and I will match you to the colors that I think will be perfect for you. Seint has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no worries. If you get a color and it's not quite right, we can always swap it out for a different one. Or if you try the product and you absolutely hate it, which I'm sure you'll love it, you can definitely return it within 30 days for a full refund. So if you're interested at all in doing what I do, Seint Beauty, you work from home, it's a great little side gig. I have a daughter in college and a son in high school, and kids, no matter what age they are, can be kind of expensive. So doing this little side business with Seint brings me so much joy and gives me a little extra cash to help out everybody in my family. So let's get started. This makeup can be applied with your finger. You've probably seen a lot of that if you follow anyone on social media, or you can apply it all with one brush. So this is the 3D brush. This is the #1 brush I recommend, especially if you're just starting out. We of course have lots of options, but this is the best brush. You can do your whole entire face, blend it all in with just this one brush. So I'm going to start out with contour. This contour here is olive. It's more of a neutral contour. It's not super dark. And I'm going to apply it with my finger just to show you some of the different application processes. And I am finding just the hollow of my cheek. And then I'm just kind of, tapping it into the hollow of my cheek. So for most of us, that hollow of the cheek is going to line up with the top of your ear. And if you press here, you can kind of feel that hollow of your cheek. And we do have a brush that works amazing for doing this that will have you contouring like a pro. But for today, I'm going to show you how you can just do it. I'm going to just tap in with this 3D brush. All of our brushes are double-ended and they're specifically designed to work with our cream makeup. So I like to contour my jawline. Nobody likes a double chin. Contour is like a cooler color, so it's designed to just give your face natural shadows. It adds dimension, so I'm going to go over that, darken it up a little bit. I like more of a defined contour. And there's no mistakes with cream. I'm going to contour my nose. And the reason I say that is you can't really mess it up because it's cream. And if you don't like where you put it, you can just blend it in. So I like to contour my nose. And then what's left on my fingers, who doesn't want to have a natural, fuller bottom lip? So I put a little bit under that bottom lip area. And now I'm going to go into my main foundation color. So this is the part that can be kind of confusing. With Seint, we don't call it foundation, we call it highlight, because we feel like we're not covering up our entire face, we are just highlighting our face because we want our makeup to look natural and like our real skin. So this is my highlight color, so aka my main foundation color that is matched specifically to my skin. So I am going to tap. I'm just tapping my brush in, and it only takes a little bit. So if you're just starting out or you've never seen this makeup before, oh my gosh, it is amazing, amazing. Now, if you'll notice, I'm not covering up that contour because the contour is part of what we call 3D foundation. So it's one layer of makeup put in all the right areas. So that contour is also going to give me coverage, just like a foundation. Put some on my nose and a little up here on my forehead. Looks kind of crazy. I'm letting that contour sit because the makeup will warm up to your skin as it sits here. So I'm just tapping that main color into my skin. I'll go back and do the contour, but I like to let it warm up. Tapping, tapping. We're always tapping, especially if you have mature skin. I don't want to like swirl around because it's going to create texture. And also, I don't want to move the makeup around because I've applied the makeup in the areas that I want it. And I'm just pressing it into my skin. Okay, now I'm going to go into my second highlight color. And the second highlight, you could say this would replace your concealer. And it's going to add brightness to my face. So I'm using my finger. I'm going to put a little down my nose. I'm going to put some between my eyebrows. So just think if you shined a flashlight on your face, where that flashlight shines is the area that you want to bring brightness. So I'm putting it on the inner corners. So because I have more mature skin, I'm not going to do like a traditional concealer. I'm not going to tap that all underneath my eye. I'm just going to put it in the outer corners. Kind of gives you like a little facelift here for your eyes. Inner and outer corners. And then I like to just bring a little bit of more brightness around my eyes. So I'm just going to tap it on there. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in. I'm still using just this 3D brush. And I'm going to just gently tap it in. You see that? I'm just tapping. Tapping. And then where I put it on the inner, I can tap it and kind of bring it down now. So it's going to give me just light coverage and brightness under there instead of just a thick, cakey concealer. Because as we age, our skin can get kind of crepey and wrinkly under there, and I do not want to draw attention to that. I'm going to go back to this fluffy side, and I'm just tapping that color in. You see how it's bringing some brightness? Okay, now let's do the contour. I do swirl the contour in and down my neck a little bit. There's so many times I've walked out of the house and caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I'm like, oh my gosh, forgot to blend in my contour because I do it last. So don't do that. Okay, and then we're always blending up. Okay, so you can see that contour. It's just chiseling it out, and I'm just tapping it. Some people really blend their contour, others don't. It just depends on what kind of look you like. We're just tapping and then tapping it up and into my hairline. So contouring your forehead, if you have a wider forehead, your contour will really slim that down. But you got to think of it as like a number 3, contour and contour, a number 3 on both sides of your face. Okay. And then I like to take a perfector sponge. You might know it as a beauty blender. This is what a beauty blender looks like, and it's dry, and you never want to use it dry. So this one I ran under water. I wrung it out really good in a towel, so it's just damp. See the difference? And I like to use this after I have blended with that 3D brush. And this perfector sponge, you need this, especially if you're new, because it is going to pick up any excess makeup that you might have applied. So when you're first starting out with cream, you might have a tendency to be a little heavy-handed just because you're not used to the wearing cream makeup. you're used to more of a liquid. So this will be your best friend. And I always press it really well under my eyes because I don't want any makeup settling into any fine lines or wrinkles. There we go. And lastly, I'm going to do my blush and my lipstick. And here's a cool thing about Seint. Our makeup is so versatile. So this is a satin. This is Madrid. And Madrid, I'm going to smile and apply it to my cheeks here. Madrid is such a pretty color. Okay, so I am all about lifting my face. So I'm gonna smile, and here's my apples, and I'm applying it just above my apples. I can tell you it takes true talent to do your makeup in your phone. So, if it looks kind of crazy, don't worry, I'll do a double check in the bathroom mirror before I go anywhere. So if you like a fuller, maybe your face is very slim and you want to have fuller looking cheeks, then you would smile and start on your apples. And then I'm going to still taking that same brush. And you don't have to worry about colors mixing because you are tapping in. So these brushes are designed to pick up just the right amount of product. That's why I always recommend that when you try the makeup for the first time, that you start out with this brush. So it picks up just the perfect amount of product. And so I'm able to go into like all my different colors and nothing gets mixed. Okay, and then just to be safe, I am going to tap it with my perfector sponge. And I have this lovely age spot right here, which drives me crazy. So I'm just tapping in my main foundation color a little bit more right there. And we're going to end our look with some illuminator, okay? So illuminator is where the youthfulness happens, girls. It brings the glow. This is rose gold, and they come in creams and we have powders, and I'll share more about that later. But I'm just tapping this rose gold. See how beautiful that is? Right above where I put my blush. Can you see that? How when the light hits it, it just gives a little bit of a glow. So a little bit there on the tip of my nose. As we age, our skin kind of loses that glow. And so a little illuminator, it's going to add that back in. Just enough to give a little bit of a glow. And then I'm going to end with doing my lips. And this is Madrid. So Madrid I put on my cheeks. It is my lipstick and it is my blush. And that is it. Just for some fun, let's add a little bit of illuminator to the centers. And that's it, girls. We have two ways of setting their makeup. Cream makeup moves with your skin. I like to set my makeup. I don't like, well, it's on really light. Sometimes if you get on too much, it'll feel kind of tacky, but it's very dewy. And dewy makes you look more youthful. Dewy is in, girls. But if you like more of a matte finish, or you might tend to be a little oily, then we have Vanilla Dust to the rescue. It's our setting powder. It's very finely milled, and I like to use my perfector sponge, and I am just tapping it into my T-zone area. I have drier skin, but as the day goes on, I have a tendency to get just a little oily in that T-zone area, and then I like to tap it on my eyes just as a good prep for my eyeshadow. I do my eyeshadow last. I know some people do their eyeshadow first. I just can't do it. And that's it. So I'm gonna do my eyes and I'll be ready to roll. We also have a setting spray. So you can set your makeup with setting spray, or you can set it with Vanilla Dust, or any translucent setting powder that you might already have works. So 3D foundation, Seint Beauty, all cream based, absolutely beautiful. So ask any questions below, and I will be continuing to share more information as the week progresses. Bye, girls.